Hello, Capricorn. Thank you so much for tuning in. Welcome to Solar Studio. Karo here. So, Forces at Work Love Tarot reading is back, and this is a signature reading of this channel for the last 9 years. And for October, I am bringing it back. It just changed its shape. It was vertical, but I will make it horizontal due to the limited space. But it didn't lose any uh, charm from its context. So let me go ahead and introduce you this spread first, Capricorn. Uh, so we are because to know about the positions will make sense. This is going to represent your current situation, your current state. This is going to represent their current state, their current situation. This is going to represent what you want, your intention, motivation. This is going to represent what they want, their intention, motivation. We have also how do they feel towards you and how do you feel towards them. We have a placement which has a more spiritual undertone, and this is what you need and this is what they need. It's important to listen this point at this point because these are the guidances in the reading, which I find very important. We have also your next move and their next move. I think this is also important position. And we have your hopes and fears, their hopes and fears. It will be important to acknowledge those two. Now, let's find out the cards representing the forces in between you. Okay, this is going to be the forces in between you, or let me take it here. And we have like a outcome, so where these forces are leading up to. Okay, this is also our last card, but let's get the clarifications now. I'm going to give each card a Sibilla. This is, by the way, a reading that I use a lot in my private readings as well. But as you are coming with different, of course, situations, we adjust it, we add new placements. According to your dynamics, we can also add up or extract, so it becomes a tailored reading. So if you are considering one, let me know, please. For reading information, please check my description box. Okay, friends? Okay, so Sibyllas are also ready. One last oracle to what you and what you need and they need. Oops, not yet. I haven't asked for it. To what you need and what they need, we need one more oracle from the angel deck. So this is gonna be yours. And oops, this one, sorry, this one. And this is going to be also theirs. Okay, wonderful. Very excited for the reading. Now, let's go ahead and find out Capricorn. So, your current state, your current situation. Four of Wands, and we have Lamante reversed. Their current state, their current situation. We have the Seven of Swords and La Superbia reversed. Okay. So, what we can say about your current state, your current situation? I feel like there is a home, but a person is like missing. So, like you have your stability, you have your that Four of Wands, that um, maybe there is an atmosphere, and it feels yes, it feels stable. It feels maybe with a celebration, but love feels blocked here because like it's like you are in the most luxurious room in the world, but you are alone, for instance, like when you have actually someone to love. So, though I see here, there is some kind of strained energy here. It can be also you have things, but you have a lot to give, but it is lacking reciprocity. You are almost, I feel like, standing at the door of joy, but emotional openness maybe isn't there. So it's like you are in a union, but without warmth. Um, or you are in that place, you go socialize, join, you engage with people, it feels celebratory, but affection is missing when you actually crave it most. So this is, yeah, I feel actually a bit, this is to me reminded, this to me reminds, when you are like among the crowds, but you feel alone there. So this is what I feel for your card. And their current state, Seven of Swords and La Superbia reversed. This person is in the avoidance mode, I think. They may be also hiding some truths. They may maneuver behind the scenes. Um, I think their pride or ego has been always challenged, which means there has been situations that they have been like humbled. Just a sec, please. So there has been situations that they have been humbled. Sorry, I was checking my live stream is also open. I was writing to one of my querents there that she needs to wait until I finish the reading. Yeah, so there has been situations that they have been humbled. Sometimes, the situations really strip you of those appearances, titles, labels, right? And you um you um you kind of start to deal with the fallout of that bruised ego. um so I think this is someone who is trying to keep control by staying strategic. uh they are not as strong or like untouchable as they appear, I feel, but there is really a huge avoidance here, like in a place where you long for stability, but feeling love withheld. They are acting very evasive with the Seven of Swords energy, but actually their pride and power is very much wounded, my friends. So yeah, I mean, to be honest, this was one of the most interesting beginnings I have made so far with the signs. So next positions, let's talk about them. What you want, your intention, motivation. We have the Page of Wands and Giovanni Fanciulla. Uh, what they want, their intention, motivation. We have the Ace of Cups and the reversed Dottore, the doctor. I like this card, by the way, this Dottore card. um it's one of my favorite cards. Like, I have this emotional concerns and care, but I have also need to be rational and because I have to diagnose something, but I also need to care. I don't know, I like the card and with the Ace of Cups, but we will be talking about that. Okay, my friends, you want renewal, you want spark, you want something fresh, you want something exciting. And this is showing your curiosity, your readiness to explore things. and there is some kind of a innocence behind that. There is hope, and you long for something which is unspoiled. Your motivation is simple, Capricorn, but very, how to say, strong. You want fresh energy, my friends. Enthusiasm. It's that, you know, this chance to feel alive again in the connection, or any connection maybe. But I can understand you. And honestly, you have so much to give. You have so much to give at this time. Your counterpart, though, well, this person, Ace of Cups Dottore, again, I need emotional renewal. It's like, doctor, diagnose me. I need renewal. Give me the prescription, kind of thing. They want this renewal. They want love. Yes, they want beginning. But how to say? They don't want to overanalyze it anymore. Like, they are tired of going to doctors. They are tired of being the doctor, always maybe diagnosing, thinking, playing rational. I just give me my health back, but I don't want to discuss it, just do the thing. I don't want to know. But sometimes, when dealing with some health problems, actually knowledge really gives you a footing, and of course make help you to move forward better. But this person is like, their motivation is more of like to feel, so they don't want to rationalize things. They absolutely crave the emotional flow, but they resist doing it in a clinical or controlled way, let's say. Yeah, very interesting. um to your youthful spark and discovery, they're seeking emotional renewal, but with less doctoring and rational control. That's how we can maybe compare it. Now, the next position, how do they feel towards you? Four of Swords reversed, Allegrezza al cuore. And how do you feel towards them? Knight of Pentacles, La Lettera reversed. Okay. Um, their feelings, I feel, they can't, it's hard for, they seem to be like staying silent, but their silence actually has a lot of, um, their silence has, I mean, Four of Swords and reversed, Allegrezza al cuore. Their silence is not really silent. Um, they have this inner tension going on. They feel also, I don't know if there is a third party situation, because it's like maybe um, something has been revealed, but they are not uh, talking about it, because they are Seven of Swords. I mean, the Four of Swords is, to me, feel like a bit corresponding there. They feel very disappointed with something, and there is a lack of lightness within them. They how to say, they want some kind of a warmth with you, but it feels like a restless emptiness. Do you know what I mean? It's like the happiness they are associating with you is not within reach, let's say, with the reverse Allegrezza Alcore and Four of Swords. So, oh, I felt something very empty within them, and this has really moved me. By the way, I felt their energy. So it's a very difficult there for them to kind of maybe process some feelings, and because they wanna rest but they can't, even like they wanna get through their thoughts about you. um, they feel very withdrawn deep down, I feel. It's a they are not actively pursuing currently. It's more about rest, but the inner energy is like lack of happiness. That there was a happiness that they were associating you, but now there is this absence of warmth in it. Very, very, how do they say? Um, Muted. They feel muted. They may care, but right now I think they feel like pulling back, and they are processing some kind of a solitude. Usually, there is this nice feelings coming with the connections, right? We feel the joy. They don't feel that. This person don't feel that joy now, I feel. And I felt their energy so deep. I don't know why. It felt very empty though. Okay, so just want to share some sensations I get sometimes. Uh, so how do you feel towards them? You feel actually steady and patient. And Knight of Pentacles, I am willing to build this very slowly, but you also feel very frustrated about the communication part. You may see them, maybe, or you used to, but deep down you see them maybe someone reliable in some ways, but their words do not reach you anymore, like, or even it's just like passing by, like their words cannot penetrate you anymore. There is silence, maybe delays or miscommunication. It's really blocking the bound. um and also you have, I think, a disappointment about not receiving the clarity you need. Yes, and explains their withdrawal actually. Like, no, they don't leave a ground for, I feel like, a communication at that point. Maybe this is how we can put it. Yeah, and you are very much tired of silence and lack of openness, I think. Okay, let's explore the next messages. What you need. What you need is Three of Swords, clarified by Reverse Domestico. And your oracle card is Chakra Clearing. It says, Archangel Metatron, call upon me to clear and open your chakras using sacred geometric shapes. I'm in. I'm all in for that. And what they need Page of Pentacles, clarified by reversed Imeneo, and their oracle card is Teaching and Learning. Archangel Zadkiel, it says, keep an open mind and learn new ideas, then teach these ideas to others, it says. Okay. By the way, I just don't know about if this person needs to divorce, if there is some kind of a dysfunctional relationship, like they can't divorce, maybe for some of you, just saying. Um, I mean, if you are not the person that they gonna divorce, I'm speaking, but if you are like, um, if you go through divorce with them yourself, then the equation can be different. What you need here, you need to heal heartbreak, and you need to clear the energy blocks, Capricorn. Of course, there is pain here, as you can see. Maybe there has been betrayal and separation, and it is still weighing on your heart. Um, it seems you cannot settle for half loyalty. You cannot settle for um, unreliable support, because someone here is serving, maybe, but they are not truly committed. And you need to go beyond the external. You need to cleanse, align. You need to reopen your energy centers so you can move forward, free of old wounds. I think this is more about releasing the heartbreak and making space for a real flow in life. On the other hand, well, what they need to learn is to grow in, I think, practical ways. Page of Pentacles also the learner, and he's ready to be taught. So they need to learn and grow in practical, grounded ways. But um, Page of Pentacles energy, clarified by reversed Imeneo, telling me that um, it's hard them to maybe keep commitments. Um, and before committing to anything, it feels like first they need to learn and grow and gain maturity, because they are not ready for real commitment or union or a shared responsibility, I do feel. Because I think they may resist binding themselves, and they are very much fear of the weight of the obligations, this person. So there is a higher need here, and this is about staying open. Um, they need to gradually grow into being someone who can balance freedom with, I think, responsibility. This type of energy. They need this person is. I mean, are they in a very young age or something? Or they are part time, like learning. Okay, now next positions, a position that I really I think is important, and this is your next move. Your next move is Five of Pentacles, clarified by the Viaggio reversed. Their next move is the Sun and Morte reversed. Okay. Now, I don't know, Capricorn, but are you like canceling some kind of a travel opportunity due to health or financial considerations? Because you may feel a bit here unsupported or isolated, like we have mentioned in the first message. You are not moving away from a isolation feeling, but you are also there is no fresh journey here. no fresh journey, no escape. I think your next move is to recognize the sense of luck, sense of exclusion, um, understanding these feelings and conditions, and then like sitting with it rather than rushing it off. So the life is saying, don't run yet. Uh, First, understand what this absence is really teaching you. Don't rush. So you are not rushing, you sit with your absence maybe, and you confront with it. And what is really it teaching me at this time? Asking this question. Because you are not escaping. So your next move is actually not to escape, not to rush it off. Their next move is the sun and the mortar reverse. I think they will try to bring some positivity or clarity, but they have a resistance to transformation or endings in general. Like they can actually now shine a light on, they can shine a light without closing old chapters. Maybe they will try to keep they will try to keep things alive. Uh, However, actually change is necessary. They want joy, but they avoid the deep transformation that it takes to get there. But you can find some shedding a light on things. However, just my concern is like if this is really without closing the old chapters, because you confront the loneliness and lack, and you don't move away quickly. You pause, you recognize it. They are like, okay, let me seek happiness light, but I'm gonna resist the necessary endings and closing old chapters. Actually, I am preventing the rebirth to be real, or to make the happiness real. So there is something I think superficial there, if you ask me, because this is very different. It's like you are facing with the cold truths, but they are avoiding the change for the sake of, let's say, temporary joy. Okay, now let's talk about your fears and hopes. Your fears and hopes, we have the Ten of Pentacles clarified by Lanemica reversed. Their hopes and fears, we have Ace of Pentacles clarified by the Disgrazia reversed. Okay, so your hopes and fears. Now, there is Ten of Pentacles energies are lasting stability, are what we are inherited, our family legacy, our secure foundations. But you want Lanemica reverse, you want the enemies, rivals, betrayals, and hidden threats to be cleared, I think. So your dream can maybe be actualized because you are dreaming a future that feels safe and abundant and free of sabotage. But the fear is like the shadow of this, like there is going to be some invest you invest in something that can betray you, or the long term security being undermined. These can be fears there. Ace of Pentacles and reverse Disgrazia. Actually, this to me feels like a similar energy, but yes, they hope for a new beginning and there is a fresh opportunity here, maybe, but they fear things gonna collapse or some disaster will happen, some loss will happen. I think the biggest fear is maybe financial down or instability. It's like a promising seed is like failing, or some new start is falling apart before even it grows. So they hope for the grounded opportunity, but I think they are haunted by some past breakdowns. It's like you are protecting what is already there, but they want a fresh seed and later protection around it. Your hope is more towards, I think, legacy and trustworthiness. There is absolutely a fear of betrayal there, because this is going to break the long-term security. But they are like more of like I want a stable new start. Your energy is not a new start energy, by the way. Though they also fear from repeating collapse. So, I mean, the common point, I think both of you are thinking in future terms. Yours is more about like family legacy. There is more about opportunity and new beginnings. Okay. And of course, there is also the shadow of the instability there. Now, let's talk about the forces in between you. Forces in between you is King of Cups with reversed Prigione, and the relationship outcome, the outcome of these forces is the Empress and Melancholia, Melancholia reversed. Yeah, Empress and Melancholia reversed. Okay. It's hard to pronounce sometimes the Italian names. Now, the forces in between you, okay, emotional maturity connects you, but there is this possibility of release. There are deep and I think very controlled emotions in between you, be it love, compassion, or care. These energies can be present, but they are very measured. Um, this energy, though, in between you is loosening. So it can really break out of stuckness, or it may break out of confinement if you feel so, especially. Yes, the emotions can be strong, but the shared force is like trying to free those emotions from silence or restriction, or that like emotional jail. Like there is a chance of liberation, I think, but people need to allow honesty to come in, I do feel. And where this is leading up to, Empress is growth, of course, it's creation and very nurturing. Again, melancholy reverse, like melancholy being lifted. So the outcome, I think, is positive. Like you're gonna find, if you release the heavy emotions and allow open and honest communication, I think October pointing towards a release from sadness, or there is this movement back to the creative, fertile energy. And this does not necessarily promise a romantic reunion, but it does show the outcome of renewal when it comes to healing, people's, creativity, people's way of moving out of grief, maybe to tap into a more abundant state at that point, I do feel. Um, your energy is very much seeking stability and warmth, Capricorn, but you feel really withheld. They are very evasive, humbled, craving emotional beginnings, but not gonna face the full transformation. Um, you need to heal from heartbreak. They need to learn and grow, and they need to rush into commitments that they can't really uphold. In between you, we have controlled emotions, and they try to break free from restrictions and sadness being lifted. So it can really offer some healing, some renewal, I do feel. I think this month is not gonna leave you feel stuck, Capricorn. At least I know it's very difficult, but the energy is to me feels like uh, shifting into growth and a new way of understanding. So that's what I have for you, Capricorn friends. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you are considering this reading as a private reading from me, by also tailoring it accordingly to your situation, it is much better than asking one by one questions in my Karo is answering your tarot question live streams. Because in my live streams we do question by question, but a full reading can be also very comprehensive. So if you consider one, let me know. Okay, the information will be at the description box below. Thank you so much. I will speak to you soon.